This is not clickbait, and this is an actual video where I got to talk to a hacker. So this took a lot of risk. I was taking a lot of risk talking to such a person. According to what they are claiming, he or she is one of the best in the industry right now in their own hacker community, and that person has been doing this for over 10 years. Before the video begins, I have to give you some backstory about the video that I'm going to show right now. This is actually, it took a lot of efforts. It actually took a lot of efforts, and I had to put myself on risk to create it. So I would really appreciate it if you could give this video a like. This person is a pure black hat hacker, and that is the reason why it was really difficult to get an interview from someone like this. But I tried to use the opportunity to try to talk to him. That person was using a voice changer, so you will have to listen really carefully to what the video is saying. I'll try to put subtitles also for this if you can't understand, because some people can't understand voice changes. How I got in contact with this person is they left a comment on the previous video, the AI video, and that comment only one account could see, that is the TopEvt main account. That is the only account that can see that comment. No other account can access that comment. So that was really bizarre for me. So I talked to this person, found out that they are a hacker and they wanted to share their opinion. So I decided to take an interview with this person. Now before we begin, I'll play the audio clip, but the interview which was created, that was created with a lot of safety in mind. I created a new Skype ID, no links to me, nothing, a pure new Skype ID to talk to this person. Not only that, I actually used 3 VPNs, routed the call through 1, 2, 3. 3 VPNs were used to route the call through it. I also have some network security equipment such as ASA 1000V and some other equipment which I don't want to disclose because they will know what my equipment is. But I have a proper firewalls, proper hardware firewalls over here. Even with that, I masked my IP. I used all this VPN technology, 3 paid VPNs, actually not free ones, 3 paid VPNs, and then the call was made. Now that in turn actually causes a lot of delay because the call has to travel through so much. So there was some delay in the talks, so you might occasionally hear some delay in the talks. One more thing is the hacker was actually using a voice changer. They say that if they reveal their voice, they can be tracked. So they didn't want to share their own voice. So they were using a voice changer, and that is how the call went through. I'm putting this call through. Just listen to it. It actually shows you, it actually shocked me. So anyways, just listen to the video, and I'll just insert the audio clip here and just listen to the entire recording. This has been Jamie for TopEvt. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for doing this, and thank you for talking to me and my audience. And I want to just thank you for taking the efforts and actually being brave enough to talk to us. So thank you for that. So my first question is, what do I call you during this call?
Call me Morpheus.
So again, my obvious question is, why the voice changer? Why can't you talk in your actual voice?
Any conversation that you have nowadays and any call that you're making nowadays, it all has someone listening. Someone is always recording it and someone is always listening. On a single call, be it Skype or be it any other call, there will be at least 3 or more government organizations and even private parties who are recording it and storing it. They poured billions into this in the name of national security, and because of all this, the name and a person's voice can be identified. You can actually get your voice and match it to any person. So technically, they could find me if I use my actual voice. That is the biggest risk, and for me my identity is something which is very important, so I don't want to disclose that. and I want to keep myself safe. That's the reason why I'm using this voice changer. It also hides my gender, everything, so it keeps me totally anonymous. That's the reason why I'm using this.
Are you a girl or guy, Morpheus?
I'm not going to say that because that will narrow down the search. There are many people who are trying to find me and many organizations who are trying to find me, so I don't want to disclose that. Nor do I want to disclose any of my alias names. Please don't ask me that.
No, I was just asking, just trying to make conversation, because if you are a girl, then that would actually fulfill a fantasy of many of the guys out there. So that was the idea. So, anyways,
Let them imagine what they want to. I can understand.
so are you a black hat hacker? Do you classify yourself as a black hat hacker?
I'm as black hat as it gets. I don't do any normal kind of hacking or white hat hacking. I do destructive hacking, so called, so I'm as black hat as it gets.
So you're what they call a professional hacker.
That would be right.
So how is life as a professional hacker, as a black hat hacker?
Life is good, I would say, but it's not what the movies or what you might be reading. It's very different. You don't actually get to select to become a black hat hacker. It's just the way it just happens. So that's what happened to me also. I fell into black hat hacking through my knowledge. I knew a lot about computers. I was able to code when I was 12 and used to surf the dark web, get to know people from there, and slowly on I actually started becoming a hacker. And I dropped out of college, school, and it just happened. Life as a hacker is really hard because you are constantly, there are so many people who are trying to catch you, especially someone like me. So it becomes really hard and it is able to, it's not good.
So my question is, are you able to live a normal life?
It's not like how the movies show you that a hacker is constantly running here and there and he's constantly doing certain things. He's just being a normal person. Normally all the black hat hackers that I know, they all follow a normal life. They are living a normal life, and that's what hides our identity.
So are you working somewhere?
Yes, I actually work in a tech company.
So tell me, there are many people who might be curious, how much do you make in a year? If you can disclose that.
I'm not comfortable disclosing the exact amounts, but I make something like north of $5 million, more than that. If the year is good, I can even make double that, but it depends.
Wow, that's a good amount. So I guess you might be having a really comfortable lifestyle, and you might be having a really good lifestyle.
The problem is I cannot access that money that easily, so it becomes a big issue. I cannot use it freely, otherwise it will grab a lot of attention. Money grabs attention and that's not good for me. So my normal life is really normal, but when I'm on the prowl, when I go out, I will actually have a lot of indulgence. I have aliases which I use and I can indulge a lot. I can have the jet set lifestyle for some time and then I come back to my normal life.
So how bad is the risk factor of you being a hacker?
The risk factor is really bad. Every time you complete a job or you do something, there are a lot of people who are after you and it causes a lot of problems. It is like a lot of people are chasing you, so you have to constantly evolve, constantly run. It is a life on the run at times, but you have to be careful. There is a lot of skill involved in my trade, and if I can call it a trade, there is a lot of skill involved in my trade, and it actually creates a lot of problems, but I'm happy with it. I am one of the best at it, I think.
Why didn't you become a white hat hacker? Because even nowadays, if you find company flaws or things like that, you will actually create a good lifestyle with that. So why didn't you become a white hat hacker?
My life just fell into this, and I don't have any college degrees or anything that would prove that I'm a good person with computers. So I can't live a normal life. I don't have those options.
So coming back to the risk factor, you said that there are a lot of people who are looking for you. Is it like you have to run? Is it like they show in the movies you are constantly running here and there?
In the movies, they over-exaggerate it. It's not like we are constantly running here and there, and we are constantly moving here and there. We do have to run here and there, but it's not like they show in the movies. We don't actually have jet-set lifestyles, or we don't have really skimpy lifestyles. We actually blend with the crowd. That's the better way.
So could you tell us how did you become a hacker? What led you to this lifestyle and
I actually am not good with people, and my social skills are not that good, so that's a problem. I couldn't interact. I was always bullied. So that led to me dropping out of school. Didn't go to college. I was struggling. My parents don't support me, so I was struggling. All of that actually led to me being hungry sometimes, and the only thing I had is this computer skill that I know. So what I started doing is I started making money off of this using the dark web, and credit card skimming, things like that. That was the thing that I used to do, and that's how it started.
does this affect your social life and are you able to bond with people? Do you have friends, love affairs, things like that? Is that aspect of your life normal because of this?
I have picked up the social skills finally, and I have been able to talk to people. I do have some friends, but they don't know anything about this aspect of my life. I try to keep it a secret, and I don't reveal this to anyone. Nobody knows it. Not even my lover or anyone who is there in my life. Nobody knows about this. I keep this a secret, and that way it keeps me safe.
So basically, you're living two lives. Is that how you try to keep yourself safe?
It's one of the curses of being this way. You have to keep yourself safe. You have to hide yourself. That is the most important thing. If I get caught, it would lead to a lot of problems, and I don't want any of it.
So my next question is, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for about 10 years or more than that now, and it took me, I've had my ups and downs, but it's not all glamorous as they show. I have had to move a lot. I've had to do some things that other people will consider a big problem, but it has been that way.
So you said you started with the dark web and deep web. Many of the hackers actually start that way. So how has the dark web and deep web changed over the years? What do you think?
The dark web and deep web have changed a lot. They were places where people could communalize, and they could actually talk to each other and make friends, and we actually had good friends, good aliases, everyone used to be there. But nowadays it has become all about business. It's only for trading things and making money, that's it. I don't have, it's not how friendly as it used to be. It's very different. It's a big problem.
Okay, let's talk about surveillance and how bad do you think surveillance is and what do you want the normal people to know about surveillance?
Well, as I told you before, surveillance is a big problem nowadays, and people are being monitored all the time. They actually are being monitored, and they actually don't know about it. All of the conversations, they pour billions into recording software and recording, and all of the conversations are recorded, kept for future references. There is no privacy anymore. Everyone is doing this. Companies, governments, everyone is doing this. So it becomes a big nightmare. It becomes a problem where people don't have any privacy and anything you say will be used against you. The only thing that they haven't hacked into yet is pen and paper, but I'm sure they'll actually come up with some way to do even that.
So you're telling me that every conversation, everything that is there, be it online, VoIP, or even the normal phone calls, everything is tracked, recorded, and kept for future references? How can that be true? That would require a lot of data to be saved. How can they have so much space to record and save so much data?
They pour billions into this in the name of security, so they actually have unlimited resources. They have unlimited resources and they have actually used terror and fear as a weapon to actually fund their own goals. So they have unlimited resources. Anything you can think, any amount you can think about it, they will actually put more than that. They'll put more amounts than that and they will achieve it.
I'm having trouble believing you in this because, okay, what do you think? What is the collective investment into this by all the governments, all the corporates, everyone?
In a year, you mean?
Yes, in a year, how much would people be, how much would be put into this for surveillance purposes? How much money would be invested?
Probably $1 trillion or more than that. That would be the amount.
Who do you think is controlling the world, governments or corporates, or is it some individuals?
It is the corporates and individuals that are controlling the governments and in turn they are controlling everyone else. So that is how the hierarchy is. There are a lot of people, powerful people in the world who can do anything that they want, who are hidden and they can do anything they want.
How far is their reach? What do you think? How do they control
They
everything?
control governments, they control the markets, they have trillions of dollars in the market and they can move it here and there. They can control everything that you can see. They can silence the whistleblowers, so this is not a conversation that we should be having.
Okay, let's change the topic. What do you think is the more dangerous technology, that is AI or virtual reality? What do you think? I want a hacker's perspective on this.
I think virtual reality is the technology that is going to capture a lot of people and I think that is the future, that is the future that they're going to use. It is the most foreseeable future. AI is also dangerous, but I don't know. There are so many companies who are developing it. Either one of these could be used to make us zombies or it could cause a lot of problems. I don't know about it.
You said VR has a further implications on the future. How far do you think VR is going to go?
I think people are going to use VR for everything. They are probably going to work in VR. They're going to sleep. Everything is going to be in VR. Their entire life is going to turn to VR. So I think that is going to be the future.
Do you think AI is dangerous? What are your views on it?
I think AI is going to be dangerous. It is going to be a problem because anything that you create, a higher intelligence that is created that will only see us as a parasite. So that is not a good thing. So I think AI is going to be dangerous.
Okay, let me ask you this. If you could get out of this life and start a normal life, would you do that?
Nah, man, I'm really good with this. This is the best at what I am, so I'm really good with it. I don't want to change it.
Okay, do you have any advice to anyone who wants to become a hacker?
Don't do it. I don't think it's worth it. It's not for everyone. This is a very weird lifestyle. You are constantly on the run. There is a lot of problems. There is a lot of sacrifices. You make a lot of money, but you can't access it. It's basically a prison, so until unless you love hacking, you can't do it. It's a big problem.
Okay, is there anything that a normal person can do to keep themselves safe from people with your skills?
Nah, man, I don't think it's even possible to If someone like me wanted to access anything in this world, I would be able to do it. I would be able to access anything I want. I can do anything I want. The corporates are not safe, the governments are not safe. There is virtually everything is my playground, so I don't think there is anything that anyone can do to actually prevent it. The only way you can be totally safe is just unplug your internet, then you might be safe. But even then we still have other ways of hacking into your places.
What do you mean you can hack people without even the internet? How is that even possible?
We have identity theft and all these kinds of ways which we can use. There are a lot of social engineering ways which can be used, and that is in turn the weakness. We find weaknesses in systems and we are able to access it. We are able to use the vulnerabilities to our skill that we have developed. That is the wonderful skill that we have.
Okay, thank you for your time, and thank you for talking to me and my viewers. And I can't actually agree with your lifestyle, but it was good to know about how it was and how things are. And this is a different lifestyle that people are choosing, and it's good to know that how it works and how what are the ins and outs of it. Thank you for your time.